Today is Monday. It's a new week filled with different new opportunities. But today's message, I'm going to be talking about a birth of a new nation. Now, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. A birth of a new nation. This morning, I've just been going over a lot of different things, a lot of different questionable things, a lot of things that I have been seeing for the past, I say 2 to 3 weeks during this whole political run. I'm going to be talking a lot about the structure, our democracy, the people who represent us, the candidacy, the influential people who are now being very influential with the times that we are living in. But most importantly, what I want to talk a little bit about, through everything that's going on, we're just seeing the level of ignorance within both of the parties. I believe that it's birthing a new nation of new leaders. I always talk about, and you guys will always hear me talk about how it's time for new leadership. It's time for new people to step up to the plate. It's time for maybe old people who already had these new different ideas, or maybe political people who still have the life force within them to still be able to run a little bit longer, or maybe those people who are kind of like undecided, the graduates, the ones who are about to graduate and they don't really know if they want to go in the political world, but you do have political experience. And those who just have a fire within your heart, it's basically time for a lot of people to step up. I've been talking a little bit lately about the new era, the new House of Representatives, meaning the new people who have been elected within this new House of Representatives between the Democrats and the Republicans. It's so funny because I was going over some hilarious, you say hilarious, yes, it was. It was very, very funny. It was. To see the length of disrespect and to see the length of ignorance that's in the House of Representatives right now. I don't really know if a lot of people who, other than myself, have really been tuning in and have been watching the meetings, the pettiness of the arguments, and most importantly, the majority, the lady Green. I was laughing so hard when she had called Jasmine something. She said, "Oh, whatever. I can't really see through your fake eyelashes." I have never thought that I would ever see a person that has been elected for their state to be sitting at the Capitol and talking like that and being so disrespectful. Now, I thought that it was funny because, well, I thought it was funny. Then I also thought that it was funny on the return of the comments that was made back to her. I mean, her bleached blonde hair, her messed up body. I never really thought that I would be watching people who are representing different states act like that. And if I was on her party, listen, I would have adjourned. Whoever the chairman was, I would have adjourned for 10 to 15 minutes. I would have took her ass and I would have put her to the side, and I would have told her, listen, if you can't conduct your ass the way that I need you to conduct your ass, then I'm telling you, you're going to have to be reprimanded, because you have a lot of these representatives, they really forgot. And I'm here to remind your ass, and I'm here to let you know the brilliance of people's minds who, just because we might not at the moment have these different degrees that you guys feel like we need to be qualified, I'm just here to show you, and I'm just here to point it out. Listen, I don't know why, but I'll take that spirit. I'll take McCain's spirit. I'll let McCain's spirit live within me. I want to reunite, or bring to the forefront. I want to bring back the old Washington D.C. because I always say that the old Washington D.C. is dead, but through new people who are coming and new people who are going to be elected, with new people who are going to go to school to get all of these different qualifications to become the most powerful, fearful politician. I am that. I can be a very powerful defense attorney, and I can also be the worst prosecutor on the planet. And this is what I'm saying. Now, for this is everybody is on the bandwagon, and they are they're bashing Donald Trump. I mean, terribly. But what I want to say is a lot of people don't know. Back in the day, we used to be Republicans. Back in the day, you had Abraham Lincoln, who was the first Republican president who came in and had signed into bill to, abolish slavery. Forget all of that other extra shit that you want to say. He still was the first Republican president who did it. Now, what I want to say is even back then, because of the stands, because of what he felt throughout the party, is always a radical person within the party. It's always a radical Republican. It's always a radical Democrat. But at least back then, it still was some type of a law and order. Now, this is what I keep telling people, because a lot of people, especially these representatives who have been so boastful, with their 15 minutes of fame, they're forgetting their whole agenda while we put them there. Everybody needs to know Donald Trump outreach and his support, as everybody is seeing, is very, very deep. It's touching. He has the ability to touch the masses. And I always say, when you are dealing with certain individuals who have that gift, because not everybody can touch the masses. Not everybody can get everybody's attention. This is what viral is. This is what trending is when you can pull people into a specific topic. So this is what I'm saying, because the Trump supporters are very, very deep. I always say, when I say things, that everything that I usually say always come to pass. You guys are going to witness the House of Representatives, because it's ran now by the Democrats. But what you're going to see that the House is going to flip. The House is going to become Republican. It is. Because furthermore, all of these candidates who are now starting to remember, it's 435 seats up during this election. And what they failed to remember is everybody that's so on the hunch and they're so on a campaign of promoting Miss Harris, they're forgetting to even promote themselves. They're forgetting their agenda. While you have other people who didn't forget. So as I'm telling people, and I really don't like to do this, but I don't know, because it's like something have to shift. It's like a balance that have to occur right now. It's like a shakeup. So I'm just saying, all the Trump supporters that's out there, because there's a whole bunch of Trump supporters, when everybody is going in and you guys are starting to vote for Donald Trump, because usually I'm not going to front. I was that American that went in. You know how everybody go in and we go vote? I just went down and started hitting every freaking Democrat. I didn't know who they was. I didn't know what they represented. I didn't know what they stand for. But right now, damn it, I'm telling you right now, and everybody have the right where we don't have to tell. But I'm just letting it be known. When I go in there into that thing, and I go and vote for Donald Trump, because I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm sorry, I don't offend nobody. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit all Republicans. 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 And I might just X out, and I might, replace them with a different Republican. And only why I'm saying this is because the Democrats, they have a very rough ride, and they don't understand this. They need a couple of districts in their regions just to even hold the House of Representatives. And they've been on this bandwagon for so long, going after Donald Trump. They're not even worrying about their campaign. But guess what? Through this whole time, we as people see, and that's what I said yesterday about my message when Obama came up here, and I really didn't know, but I was going over a lot of different clips, and I seen a black gentleman is on my community post, and you guys can go and you can go look at it. I didn't know the extent of how he was trying. Hi, how are you? How he was trying to talk about the average black man or whatever. It's a lot of black men out here who, didn't really come from a, two-home family. and all of that other stuff, and how, you know, they were feeling a certain type of way. And once I always keep saying, once a person really see people for who they are, and you don't deliver on the first take, you can no longer go back and try to convince people. And I think during this time, it has really been a lot of convincing. Now, this is what I also want to talk about, because numbers don't lie, but then numbers can also be influenced by another person that's supposed to be giving the correct data. So what I did was, I did look at Trump's performance on how he ran the country between Biden, and his numbers are not lying. The way that he really did a lot of things with just the immigration and different policies and stuff, his numbers didn't lie. His administration actually, as bad as people don't want to say, his shit really did better than Biden's. It really did. And what's so sad, they're not saying this. And then what kind of blew my mind is, you have the Harrison camp, or you have all of these people so pressed to hurry up and get his medical records. God damn it. Listen, November the 5th is right around the corner. All of this minute shit that you asking this guy to do, all of this other stuff to slow it down, it's not working. Just like everybody, or no, not everybody, it's just she felt like she wanted another debate because she didn't do what she was supposed to do. That's what happens when you're not performing on the level that you know that you are performing. It's really so crazy. And as I keep looking at both of the rallies and stuff like that, it's majority of, the political world is a very cruel and crooked freaking world. That's why they usually say, if you're not a clean man, do not get in the political world, because whatever you have done underneath and over the sun, it will always come to light. But in this case, it's just a whole bunch of shit that was being uncovered on her behalf is coming to light. Now, like I was saying, it's about a couple of districts that the Democrats need to worry about. It's a whole bunch of key Democratic people that's talking all of this smack. They're up for re-election. They really are. And now I understand why some of these Democrats and all of these other people are so pressed on having Harrison and all of this other stuff worry about the abortion rate. Do you know the length of how many people have babies in America? Now, I'm saying, I understand this. I understand the pros and the cons of it, but I feel like when it's coming to dealing with each state, I feel like each state should have that responsibility, and they should be able to govern the way that they feel fit underneath this new law. Now, the only thing that I feel bad about it, I do feel like within the states, that if somebody is raped, or somebody is, raped, or however it happens, and underneath that protocol, then I do feel like the person do deserve to be able to abort a child. But when you are dealing with a lot of these, and it's crazy because the 9 out of 10, all of these problems and all of this stuff that's coming from all of these Democratic representatives, is coming from a lot of these states that have a lot of high rate of people being pregnant and all of this other stuff. But you know what was so funny? You have all of these people that are talking about him, and the places that they represent are crazy. I mean, dealing to the crime, dealing to the immigration status, dealing to the healthcare status, and all of that. So I'm just saying, everybody's so focused on, this man, and I'm going on the news and doing all of this stuff. The things that we, the citizen, within the states that we have, put you in office to represent us, these people are not taking care of business. They're not doing all the things that they said that they were supposed to do, which should also come to the forefront. Why are we keep electing these people here? It does not make sense. It's a lot of key swing states of Democrats that forget, and are forgetting that their ass are up for election. So yeah, everybody, and it's going to be a lot of seats turned. It really is. But that really blew my mind. I really had to go back because, I think it's like the Civil War and all that other stuff. That history, I don't be really too keen about it. But sometimes I feel like I just have to go back and refresh my mind. But yeah, just divide of the nation. The divide of what we want is totally different. And I think that is coming from the people who are seeing the effects a lot more. And just dealing, I keep always saying all of this, somebody said that Donald Trump is not telling the truth. This nigga been telling the truth every time he goes up there. And he's on doing these interviews, or he keep doing his rallies. Everything that he's saying how he feel. But you have, on the other hand, when you have Miss Harris, every time she get up there, she's saying shit that's scripted, or she's forgetting that she's on camera and people are seeing him. I'm not convinced. I don't think that we're dealing with a madman. And then I hate to talk about the military personnel, is because I come from a military background family where my family members have served in the military, where I also had the privilege to attend a naval academy upstate New York. So it's not like I'm somebody who don't come from a type of a government background. So only thing that I'm saying for a lot of these generals and all of this other stuff, that's coming out, Millie or something, who said something about Donald Trump is very dangerous. No, I don't think it's that. I think that when this man he's morally not like of a passive person. I feel like when he say that it's going to be consequences, it's going to be consequences. The time that we're living in 2024, we don't need a a person that's going to be so sanction. Apparently, how many sanctions are you going to keep giving out until a country knows that a lot of things that are happening is not going to work good? So, through a lot of different things I was seeing, it's a lot of big, heavy topics that's on the table. But the number one, and was so sadly, and I was talking about this yesterday, everybody's caring about abortion. But let's kind of go back to the flip side. Let's go about the economics, the inflation, I don't know, a whole bunch of other shit that really matters. And you like, but you're a woman. How you talking about abortion don't matter? Well, it do matter to a chick who always going down there getting 5 to 6 abortions. It do matter to a person who has slept with somebody that wasn't her husband and all of that other shit. It do matters when you're doing a whole bunch of shit that you don't have no business doing. So when you are taking the power from out of your hand to get rid of something, of course, people who are doing shit who don't have no business doing, of course, they're going to feel a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe am I too blunt to say that, but I'm going to say that. Right now, a lot of people don't really put in mind that, and I never really looked at it, how you always used to see the statistics of them saying like a newborn or your kid is going to cost you like over $100,000 and so on. Like that shit is very, very real. And a lot of people don't be keeping in mind when we are consciously laying down with somebody, not really knowing the financial aspect of just having a kid. So yeah, the level of disrespect just within Washington D.C., the arguments, the pettiness, is very, very disgusting. I hated to see a representative talking about sweetie homegirl. I hated to see people talking about fake eyelashes and all of that other stuff. I have never thought in 2024 that the length of just being disrespectful to the people, when you go in a Capitol and you go into a lot of different places and you see the pictures of people who've been here before you. It's not like this is not Hollywood. Washington, D.C. should not be a new Hollywood where everybody is so pressed to be on camera, where everybody is so pressed to be going on Jimmy Fallon's and all of this other show, and so pressed to go up on a View and get like their 15-minute fame, or just so pressed of being in an article. We need to make sure that the people who are out there actually trying to represent us and give a good case and be the greatest debater that they ever can be, hold enough standards and have enough class. And when people say that they don't agree with something, it shouldn't really hit home. But to belittle ourselves and start taking very petty, minute jabs and being disrespectful to anybody's background of who you are, if you are a black person or you are a white person. I think that that was disgusting. And then for people to be saying that people are not educated enough, then that shows me enough how educated you are to be so disrespectful, to feel like people don't have enough brains to step in people arenas, and everybody is really built differently. But yes, please let's not forget that the first Republican president, who was Abraham Lincoln, did start a chain of event. The chain of event was trying to bring change, but even within his own party, and that goes around the world, just people who we deal with, we're always going to have a radical person who don't think that the ideas that we're putting out is enough. You seen that he was assassinated, I believe, within his own party. Yeah. Look what happened. Look what's happened to Donald Trump 2 times. This man has tried to been assassinated 2 times because of the things that he probably known and things that he wants to bring. It's always like that. So this morning is just the birth of a new nation. You have a lot of new people who want to be stepping up and who wants to take a new leadership role just within the United States of America. And this race is I mean, it's very close. You have a lot of key states, key Democrats, Montana, Ohio. You see what happened in Ohio. A lot of people, especially the Republicans and the people, I don't know. People need to really start getting out there. They got a couple more weeks before November the 5th. Pennsylvania. You got a lot of key states here, Democrats. And y'all are forgetting. Oh, hey, Smith. Smith, you be coming out the weirdest places. Hey, Smith, I'm on my political stuff this morning. I don't like what I'm seeing. I think I'm going to have to dedicate like at least once a day on my channel talking about political things. Yeah. It's so funny because I just took myself back to school and I'm going to be getting into this whole political arena and stuff like that. I'm a very great debater. I've been debating a very long time, but I'm not really too far stretched on the left and with the left and the right wing. I'm like majority on the cusp of just making sure the American people and the people are getting done justly and to bring order. It's not a lot of real order, and I don't know. It's always that one person, and I always like to say, are you that one person that's going to bring change? Are you that one person that's going to stand up and just awaken the spirits? So yes, I have, all the old tyrants, the Republicans who have passed away, especially McCain's spirit within me, because it's no order, and it needs to be order brought back to this country. It's like, it's bigger than fucking Donald Trump. It's bigger than fucking Kamala Harris. It's just the whole thing of our democracy, the whole respect of our democracy, the protocols, the way that people, most importantly, the representatives, are conducting themselves and performing on national TV, where it's making us look like a laughing stock. None of them have respect. You have maybe some of the old hitters who are looking at these newcomers and just looking at people. I wish that I was like with them while they were in Washington, D.C. at the most 5-star restaurant, having a conversation about the performance and the actions and how they are so totally appalled by their actions. I wish I was there, and I would be sitting there with my little bougie ass. I don't smoke cigars, but I might just smoke cigars on that occasion every so often, because it's very disrespectful. It really is. So don't say how much you want to bring change and how much you are here for the people, and you can't even conduct yourself the way that you need to be conducted. Yeah. So it's a lot of people. And you know what's so funny? It's a lot of young Republicans A lot of young, and it's mostly a lot of young black Republicans as well that people don't know. And it's so funny. I can't wait. I'm gonna be so excited. I'm gonna say, yeah, because it's a new change and it's coming. Yeah, I was like, wow. They talking all of this stuff, and all of their asses is up for re-election, and they're forgetting that. So everybody better stop taking their focus so much on Donald Trump and start worrying about their outreach to people is going to be securing them another re-election for that seat. And that fucking Lady Green, you need to be kicked out. They need to fuck around and kick. I gotta see if she got kicked out, because that was like 4 months ago when she did that bullshit. And we already know it's level of racism, goddammit. But still, if your ass can't conduct yourself in a manly, they're like, what? It is. I don't care what nobody say. It will always be racism. It will be racism to the day we die. I don't give a shit how many doctorings you get. You will always be looked at a little bit lesser than somebody else. That's how it is. But if you're not a lot awoken and you're not aware of this shit, and you don't know how to still at least act accordingly and show why you are who you are, then you don't deserve to be where the fuck that you are. And that was retarded. And if she would have said, you can't see past your eyelash, she would have said that shit to me, I would have, first and foremost, I would have checked my colleague, because, bitch, I don't need you to speak up and say a motherfucking thing for me. Because the only thing that she did when she tried to help that lady, when that lady said about her fake eyelashes, she made both of them look like assholes. Because now she acting morally like she came back from the Bronx. And I don't have no disrespectful for nobody that comes from the Bronx. But they both looked it very ignorant. And I would have conducted myself as a highly educated black woman that I was. I would never stoop down and start making myself look less than to prove a point to a motherfucker who already feel like you don't deserve where you at. And that's where a lot of people be getting it confused with. You know, I know this. I know that I will always be looked at a little bit more weirder, a little bit more uneducated. I'm a little bit more, maybe I'm not a lot prettier or a lot brilliant or whatever. I understand that. But I'm not going to prove a point to you. I'm always going to stand 10 toes down, and I'm always going to outshine you with my dialogue and my intellect and the way that I approach and the way people are going to navigate to me and love me, regardless of however you might feel about me. And that was terrible. And if her colleagues didn't ring her ass out and tell her from now on, bitch, because at the end of the day, y'all still represent a party that will forever be bigger than who the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck how big you might make your name be in Washington, D.C. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party will always outweigh you, because, baby, after you get that special cemetery shit or whatever, the Democrats and the Republican Party will always be here for generations and generations and generations and generations to come. And this is what they're failing to remember. And now American people, through all the chaos and the bullshit and the mind manipulation, because that's what is going on. It's the biggest tactic is mind manipulation. The fear tactic. If we have either or in here, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. People have to step from out of that and then actually go look at black and white. And from the black and white that I've seen, and I'm a little bit skeptical, because right now black and white and things are being manipulated at the highest of the heights, and it's very disturbing. And Ms. Harris, fuck a medical record. I don't care about Donald Trump medical record. That is minute to me. I don't give a shit about none of that. Let's get on hand. Y'all still have enough days to tell the American people why we should elect you in the most prestigious office in the country. And so far, I don't give a shit what nobody say. Donald Trump record outdo the Biden's administration's 10-fold. And if you think I'm fucking lying, y'all niggas need to go ahead and go look at black and white for yourself. You really do. I'm not scared of none of the shit that's going to come. Everything right now that's happening have to come if you technically want to be political sense. Everything that's happening, it's all politically prophesied. Everything, as much as we are in denial and we don't want to hear about it, it is. And a lot of people are not really taking it to heart. So I can just give you a list. I can just give you the list of everything. Run and run, hand and neck. The economy, the immigration, the health care, the money, the programs, the thing that's going on. Okay, what's so bad about it? I should look at that. I should look at how many people have went to go try to go get abortions and all of this other stuff or I can see if it's like a medical situation and you have to have it or you're going to die. But I'm going to check the statistics. I want to see how many people so far since they passed this new law have tried to and got denied and all of that other stuff. That shouldn't be the forefront of the issue at hand. All of these women are like, I mean, like y'all are so like misconfused. Y'all really are. And I mean, just with the housing, the resources, right here in New York City. Yo, they had the Section 8 closed out here for like 20 years, for a long ass time. And since Mayor Adam had let all of these immigrants over here in New York City, they opened a Section 8 list that have been closed for forever for 3 days. After 3 days, they had enough, and then people who applied for it had got denied and told them that they had other people who were morally prioritized on this list to be accepted for that spot. So everything that Donald Trump is saying is correct. You had people who've been here. You also had people who was also here in shelters in different places throughout the states and have been pushed back to be able to cater to somebody who just recently got here. And I feel like that's like the biggest like pet peeve of everything. You have Biden who's only signing bills that's only going to last for a year or so regarding just farming. There's no reason why it should be any bill that's only lasting for a year or two, especially when we're dealing with farming. You have so many different problems that always come up with produce, you know, just being grown wrong, or talking about all these different bacteria, diseases, or whatever that can make us sick, even down to food. It's a lot of other different things that are here. You know what I mean? What about the rate of just people always being incarcerated? What about the rate of, they're not really talking about, you have a lot of people who have became a felony, who have felonies, and they still really can't get a job. I thought, once you did your crime, you did your crime, you did your time, you should be able to come home and you should still be able to live a decent life. That's not the case. It's a lot of shit that need to be taken care of, especially within the court system. For real. So everything around the board is totally messed up. It's not like one area is better than the other. It's like right now everything on the board is just totally fucked up. I know in Monmouth County, you do time in Monmouth County, I don't give a fuck what it is. Monmouth County Courthouse is corrupt. It is. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. It is. There's no reason why people are doing some shit and these people are getting sent to jail for 35 years and plus. It's no way. It's very corrupt. I'm telling you. I believe when my brother went to jail for some bullshit. He did. They said that he did something crazy. I don't even want to say what it was because it's so funny. But the length of time that they gave him was ridiculous. You have the court system putting away people for minute shit for like 15 to 16 years. It's retarded. It doesn't make sense. And then these people are coming back out from out of jail mentally fucked up. Because majority of the time they're not really talking about, the abuse being done with the men and the women of just being put and just into solitary confinement, even though they said that they had changed different protocols. But you have a lot of people who are just coming out messed up. You having a lot of men who are coming back on the streets and they're violating people because of the laws and the shit that they're getting done in jail. Prison is slavery. If you actually look at it, prison is slavery. 2024 slavery. Niggas is on chains. They doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You're being conformed to their system and how it's working. The only good thing that they're doing now in the prison system is allowing these inmates to go ahead and further their education, so when they come out, they can be able to use them, and hopefully they can. The birth of a new nation, of just different new ideas, opportunities, and things that need to be taken care of. It's really crazy. Now I have to find out what the fuck is Project 25, 2025. I have to figure out, because she was blasting me talking about that, how things are going underway. Please stop lying to the American people, telling that Donald Trump is going to use the Department of Justice to wipe out something. And please let's be note that Donald Trump is the only former president who have ever been convicted or given 34 indictments. That should speak fucking levels of everything. But let's not forget, Bill Clinton said that he did not have fellatio with that lady. Let's not forget, and I hate to be speaking on Bill Clinton. I love Bill Clinton. I'm sorry, Bill Clinton. I didn't mean to do that to you. But it's a lot of fraudulent shit, and it's a lot of illegal activities that have happened for all of them. If you're actually being technical, shit. Biden and his son, Kamala Harris. That's what I wanted to fucking talk about. I'm going to go through on my Twitter and I'm going to find it. Do you know it's on Twitter right now as hot topics like a motherfucker? Tim Walz sexually assaulted a fucking girl, and they are blazing his ass on Twitter so much to the point that whoever had this information, they sent it to the Harrison camp, and they are denying it like a motherfucker. And it's all on Twitter. To the point where they try to make her aware of it so she can at least look into the allegations. That's what it said. He took a 14-year-old to an Indigo concert. I want to say March or something, March 5th or something like that or whatever. But it's on Twitter like crazy. And nobody's really talking about that. So after I finish with this and I put it up, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to post this on my Twitter, but I'm going to go look at it. But yes, he has a very serious allegation right now. And when the person heard of it, that he was running to become vice president, they tried to reach out to the Harris camp and they were denied. To the point where they're trying to blackball this person from getting out their real story about what happened to him. Yes, so nobody's in the clear. Nobody's in the clear. Somebody always has something in their back burner. Now, it's so funny, only if the vice president during a debate, if he knew that, that would have been like a bombshell to a lot of different things. So please, when you are trying to destroy people's characters and all of that other stuff, you have to look at the whole factor at play. And I don't care what nobody said. I'd rather take crazy Ludi Pen, sorry Donald Trump to be my president of the United States of America than Kamala Harris. She has no backbone. She's the allies and the other people, they really don't really respect that lady because she don't have no mojo. She's soft. She's very, 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 very soft. And I need somebody that's going to be a Looney Tune when they say that they're going to... Don't laugh at me because it's not funny, and I don't mean to turn people off. I really, really don't. And only why I'm saying this is because everybody do not like to talk about that. Other than all of this unnecessary bullshit, we are at war. We are at war. And they're not talking about it. The Pentagon and shit, they know this. The length. It's just so funny is that we're no longer dealing with 9/11 or anything other to that, where the American people now know the length of the level of what the fuck, the threat of the United States of America, just dealing with a lot of different foreign interactions. But I just believe from just a lot of different things that are taking place, especially the stuff that's going on with Pakistan and Israel, and then with Iran, and then all of this other stuff. They really didn't really do nothing about Iran when they sent over 208 ballistic missiles. They really didn't. I don't give a fuck about none of that. They already sent over 208 missiles. Fuck a sanction, fuck a talk, fuck a we're going to renegotiate if you do something else. No, it should have just been penalties there. When you're dealing with a very aggressive different people, then you have to deal with them swiftly, or you have to come to agreements where forget where you have a lot of people, because a lot of people are moving more majority out of their feelings and emotions. And if you can't be a type of person that can do like an emergency exclusive meeting somewhere, I don't give a fuck if you gotta have every nation on your television or on your computer screen and be able to sit down and be able to come to terms with something, or this is what's going to happen afterwards, then it's nothing else. It's no reason why everybody around the world is dealing with almost the same problems but in different ways. It's just that the guy over there in Korea, it's just that people don't have a lot of access to the world, so they really don't know what's going on. So that's real true dictator. Don't call Donald Trump a dictator. Do you know what a fucking dictator is? People are using all of these words so swiftly. Like the lady got on the news and said that they're doing genocide over there with the fucking the Israel people or something like that. Genocide is when you are trying to wipe out everybody. You're trying to wipe out the whole bloodline, and people are using around these very prestigious words, and they're doing it to provoke fear in people, and it's not nice. So I just come to just give a pre-warning and prophesy really quick that the House of Representatives is going to be turned. It needs to be turned. Something needs to be done. And American people are standing up, and American people are really starting to see things for what it is now. And it's like no longer trying to convince us something other. And then what's so crazy is that it really, really had to take Donald Trump and Miss Harris to see the length of racism, to see the length of unprofessionalism, to see the length of how people truly feel, and to blatantly see the disrespect that's up there right now at Washington, D.C. And they really should be a fucking ashamed of themselves. But I come to tell their ass that it's going to be new sheriffs in town, and it's going to be a cleanup. And these people need to act fucking accordingly. Stop thinking you represent that seal, the seal of the United States of America, and y'all need to act accordingly. And if y'all niggas can't act accordingly, then y'all niggas need to start having hearings, and y'all niggas need to start removing people from out of these prestigious chambers and elect people and put people there who gonna know how to act fucking accordingly. My name is Angel. Thank you for tuning in with me this morning. Let's not forget that once again it was the first Republican, Abraham Lincoln. Even though it might seem wicked and crazy, however you feel, not every Republican is on some bullshit. We're not on no bullshit. And it's so funny. I didn't join the Republicans, so let's go. I want to see the Republican Party stand up. I want to see the Republican parties do what they need to do. I believe in the Republican parties. I believe in the rebirth of old Washington, D.C. And let's do what you need to do. I just want to say, honey, I always tell my honey, stay out of my business. I don't be in your business. Don't be in my business. When it comes to this political stuff and all of my opinions, I do what I do. No comment. You don't got shit to do. What I do, because I'm going to make a name. I am making a name, and I just want change. Washington need to get their shit together, and I guess I got to help them get their shit together. Yesterday I said I was going to help Kamala Harris win. I'm no longer going to do all of that, but I'm going to push my agenda, and my agenda is for the Republican Party, and I need the Republican Party to do what they need to do. I need all the Republican parties. Y'all need to get your camps out. They need to have been out yesterday, and you need to start having your people start doing these powerful movements, because the Democrats right now, y'all have a fight for your life to even hold the House of Representatives. And I just say good luck, because things are changing. Until next time, bye bye.